Hi guys, welcome to the channel. It's Richard and Paige here.
What's up, fam?
We love each other, but we're not living together yet. Here's why.
So, Paige and I have been together for about 6 months. We met each other and we've been taking our time on this journey because we want to make sure we don't rush anything and miss anything. Because our big thing is we want to lay a solid foundation underneath us. We know if that foundation is built on sand and not concrete, our relationship potentially down the road could run into trouble. And we don't want that. We want to be with one another forever. So we have decided to pump the brakes and just take it slow, get to know one another. And then of course, when you have children, especially minor children who still live in the home, it's important that you don't just shock them with something. You introduce something to them over time, especially when it's a person new coming into their world. My daughter is 18, so it's not that much of a big deal for me, and my other daughters are already grown. For Paige, she has 2 young children who are teenagers that obviously they're super duper important to her. They're her kids, but they're also important to me, and I want to make sure we don't do anything to disrupt their life, but we want to add to their life. So I think it's important for us to just take our time, continue to develop our love for one another, and then over time, we will make that decision on being together permanently, full-time in the same household. How do you feel about that? I just gave you my opinion on it.
I obviously agree with everything you just said. You said to me early on in our relationship, you didn't want to miss any steps with me.
Right.
And that really resonated with me because I don't either.
Right.
And I like that approach. So I feel like this would be a little fast anyway. Kids aside. Now, introduce the kids in the fact that they are a massive part of my life. And yeah, of course, I would never want to introduce something prematurely to them that would rock their world, really change up their lives. And yeah, I'd just rather take the time to get to know you, let you form a natural relationship with them, an authentic relationship with them, a relationship where they see that, you know, how their mom's being treated, and that's a huge value add to them. And yeah, I like the pace, but we're intentionally being slow about the pace for that reason.
Yeah, and I'm a believer in when you rush things, a lot of times the end result is not what you really want the end result to be. And I'm like, well, I ain't going nowhere. Paige ain't going nowhere. Why not just take our time? We don't have to be in a super duper rush. Now, ultimately, we want to be together full time, living together, combined. We want to do all that good stuff. But I don't think we need to rush it. I think we need to take our time, continue to grow our love. That's the most important thing. And we also need to make sure that we are where we want to be with our communication. That's super duper important to both of us. So I'm a guy that comes out of a 10-year no relationship background. So I've lived alone for 10 years on my own, no girlfriend or significant other or anything like that. So I've developed a lifestyle for myself that is much different than Paige's lifestyle with her kids. So for me, being alone for 10 years, other than, you know, helping raise my daughter, but that was it. It was just me and my daughter. It's gonna take me some time to adjust to living full time with teenagers again. So, am I up for that? Yeah. But I know it, I know me, and I know I need to give myself time to make sure I am the best version of myself when I'm with her kids. That's my whole goal. I need to be the best version of Richard Fain when I'm with them, because I'm only trying to be a positive role model in their life. I'm not trying to do anything other than that. When I'm with them, I want them to see how I treat their mother so that they can understand how a man is supposed to treat a woman. That's real big for me. And then the next thing is, I want them to understand that we took our time and allowed them to get to know me, like I mentioned earlier. That's huge for me. I want them to, when they look back on this experience, and when they're adults, I want them to be able to say, you know something, that guy Richard, who my mom is with, he's a good guy. He took his time, he was patient, he was fair, he was fun, and he listened to me, and we felt really good about him being a part of our family. Because that's really what it is. They're accepting me as part of their family. So that's huge to me. And I want to respect that. And the only way I can do that, the only way we can do that, is if we just take our time.
So we're just taking steps to bring him into the family and have him around us much more, like on a weekday night when we're doing extracurriculars and we're making dinner and we have homework and laundry and have to take the dog for a walk and all of those things, just to kind of be more intentional about how we're bringing you in and meshing you into our life.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's like, what it'll be.
Sort of like practice. Sort of like, you know, I mean, before the big game. I mean, I know that's a weird analogy, but I'm an old sports guy. So I kind of relate life back to sports, right? It's just no different than me. I can't just show up one day and play in the Super Bowl. No. And I got to go to practice. I got to show up. I got to do the hard work. I got to work on myself. I got to be mentally in shape. Right? I got to do all of those things so that when I am completely intertwined and we're under one roof and all living together, it goes smoothly. Now, we know there are going to be some ups and downs. I mean, they're teenagers, and I'm a man, that's a woman. I mean, we're just human beings. We make mistakes. But the key is, if we got a solid foundation, see, we get through those mistakes. We make it through. If we don't have a solid foundation, when you hit one of those mental bumps in the road, you know what I'm saying? It might take you out. So I don't want that. Paige doesn't want that. So we've decided to, don't get me wrong now, we ain't gonna wait forever, but we're getting closer and closer. We're just bringing it closer and closer, and then one day we're gonna be here. So we wanted to just share that with you guys because I know there are people out there who are meeting for the first time, and maybe they're starting their relationship, and maybe they're at a point now where they're thinking, should we move in? I mean, I got kids. I mean, what would other people do? What are others doing? So we just wanted to share our story and how we're handling it. It may help somebody out there, guys. So that's the reason we did this video. If you like it, drop us a comment. Hit the like button, and obviously share the video, and make sure that you live life to the fullest. Whoever you have in your life, make sure that you do everything on your end to make that relationship successful. And if they do the same thing, you got a good shot at winning. See, when I was looking for somebody, I wanted a whole person, because I felt like I had worked on myself over the last 10 years to become a whole person. And I think it really takes two whole people to make this thing work, right? So make sure when you're out there, find you somebody that's ready. They're a whole, complete person. That's a whole other video. We'll touch on that one another time. But make sure they're a whole person. Any last words, hon, before we get out of here?
Well, I loved your sports analogy because you're a sports guy.
Yeah.
my background's in construction, so I will revert back to the building a strong foundation for our relationship. And I agree with that. That's just really the reason.
Well, there you go, guys. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're going to get ready to sign off. So y'all have a wonderful one. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. Right? Hit that notification bell. Peace.